I just heard some sort of explosion outside my house. I thought a car hit the house.
Like, it may not be an emergency to us, but it may be an emergency somewhere else. Because it's a very large boom, and it sounded like an explosion. We both thought that somebody hit our houses with a car.
Do you know where on Payne Street? The only reason why I ask is because my brother lives on Payne Street. I'm 75. My brain's a little cluttered.
There you have it. We were hearing for the first time the 911 calls that were coming in 15 days ago, telling the story of fear and confusion in the moments after the Givaudan plant explosion in the Clifton neighborhood.
And as you heard, many people felt their houses shake, some thinking a car had even hit their homes, others concerned for family and friends who live on Payne Street. And now a second lawsuit has been filed against the company.
The explosion happened again 15 days ago after a tank overheated inside the plant. WHS 11's Ian Hardwitt is joining us here now at 5 with the details of this new legal action against the company. Probably one of many to come there, Ian.
That's what attorney Tad Thomas, who filed that lawsuit, says, that people are worried about more than the shattered glass. The toll from this explosion affected many neighbors in ways that can go entirely unseen.
Oh, a factory went off and all our windows busted out of the house. It put a little crack in my ceiling, and there's a very strong gas smell.
2 weeks after the emergency calls rolled in when the Givaudan plant in Clifton exploded, confusion continues as neighbors worry about what sort of permanent damage has been done.
Plants don't blow up in the middle of neighborhoods. The fight is going to be over is what are they entitled to over and above, the cost of fixing a window.
Tad Thomas represents 2 Payne Street homeowners, one worried about the structural integrity of their home after Givaudan's plant blew up, the other re-experiencing PTSD. The suit accuses the company of negligence over the explosion of pressure cooker number 6, which authorities say overheated and blew up.
What's the proof that cooker 6 was either ignored or mishandled?
So that's what we're going to get into. One of the reasons for filing the lawsuit is to give us access to what they knew and when they knew it.
Thomas expects that lawsuit to combine with others that have already been filed and more that are waiting to be filed. Randy Crumley is one of those people waiting to file. He was home when the plant explosion sent a metal beam through his side window.
There's nothing down there. We already checked these drawers.
He came back just to pick over the remains of his apartment. Just before the blast, he was headed toward the computer near his back window that caved in.
And look for jobs and do that stuff and then get on out the door because I had to go to the hospital because my dad was in the hospital and had a seizure. I had to go pick up my mom because she can't really drive in downtown Louisville.
Driving's a problem for him now. Blast investigators told him not to touch his vehicle, which he worries insurance won't pay enough money out for.
It had low miles. I took care of it. I fixed everything that was wrong with it.
A utility pole collapsed, landing on the car, but now he's struggling with something you can't see.
I'm a 40-year-old man out here, and I'm scared of thunder now. You know what I mean? Anytime I hear a loud noise, every time I've heard a loud noise, a day has not gone by where I haven't, ducked for cover because I thought it was happening again.
Taking off with the rack his clothes were drying on when the blast happened, Crumley's figuring out how to put his life together again after losing his home. In Louisville, Ian Hardwitt, WHAS 11, on your side.
Now, we asked a Givaudan spokesperson about these allegations, but haven't received a response here on the day before Thanksgiving. Live in studio, Ian Hardwitt.
Ian, thank you. Back to the first lawsuit against Givaudan for the November 12th explosion. It was filed by a delivery driver. Charles Fowler is accusing the company of negligence in the blast, which he says triggered PTSD symptoms in him that he first developed while he was serving in Iraq. Attorneys have also opened the suit as a class action lawsuit, which will allow anyone else impacted to join that lawsuit.